Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
NKELY News is sponsored by Sahara Motors. The Kawasaki KX450 built out of the box with everything you need to dominate the track. Check it out today at Sahara Motors and let the good times roll. Fair skies, summer-like conditions through the weekend. Today's high around 80 degrees. With 5 days remaining in early voting, turnout still considered low. In-person early voting at the clerk's office has totaled just 152 over the first 6 days, with 17 votes cast on Saturday. As of yesterday, 435 mail ballots have been received. Voting continues today from 9 until 6 at the county clerk's office. Mail ballots can be dropped off anytime at the drop box in front of the new courthouse. It may be too late to mail them. The White Pine County Sheriff's Office responded to several incidents on May 28th. Deputies recovered a debit card found on a county roadway, placed it into the lost and found property. A disturbance at a local treatment center resulted in one individual being trespassed from the facility at management's request. Deputies also investigated a report of possible tampering involving a vehicle and items inside a residence, but determined the allegations were unfounded. A reported theft ended with a mobility scooter being located and returned to its owner. In addition, deputies responded to 2 juvenile-related calls, including one involving a child afraid to return home and another involving several juveniles found at a local school after curfew. Juveniles released to their parents, a report forwarded to juvenile probation. An Amber Alert remains in effect for 5-year-old Amaya Maitoff, who authorities say was abducted by her father in Carson City. Investigators say Amaya, believed to be with 41-year-old Christopher Maitoff, her father. The pair were last seen in the Carson City area. Their destination is unknown. Christopher Maitoff, described as a white male, 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. He's believed to be driving a red 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee with Oregon license plate 576QNU. Authorities note Amaya has common allergies. Anyone with information are urged to contact law enforcement immediately. Pictures of all those involved at our Facebook page, facebook.com/KELY1230. In news from the hotly contested 2nd Congressional District race, President Trump has endorsed Republican congressional candidate David Flippo in Nevada's 2nd District primary race. In a social media post on Friday, Trump called Flippo an America First patriot and praised his military service and business experience. Flippo thanked the president, saying he's honored to have Trump's support. The endorsement comes as Flippo and former state Senator James Settlemyre viewed as leading contenders to replace retiring Congressman Mark Amodei. Concerns over Flippo's move to northern Nevada and from campaigning in District 4 to District 2 upon Amodei's decision not to run for re-election remain. Amodei criticized the endorsement, saying Nevada voters should decide who represents them in Congress, while Settlemyre's campaign said it will continue campaigning through Election Day. Meanwhile, Republican congressional candidate Jesse Watts has suspended his campaign for Nevada's 2nd Congressional District and endorsed Settlemyre. In a statement posted Friday, the former Eureka County Sheriff said a crowded field and the realities of campaigning led him to conclude that continuing his bid would divide conservative voters. He praised Settlemyre's experience and ties to northern Nevada, calling on his supporters to unite behind the former state senator's campaign. Watts, thanking supporters, said his commitment to serving Nevada remains unchanged despite ending his congressional run. A new analysis shows so-called dark money groups are responsible for more than a third of Nevada's campaign advertising ahead of this month's primary elections. The Nevada Independent reports this morning in an analysis $14 million has been spent on political ads so far this year, with roughly $5 million coming from groups that are not required to publicly disclose their donors. The largest spender is the Service First Fund, a nonprofit affiliated with Governor Lombardo. The group has spent about $4 million promoting Lombardo's policies while keeping its donor list private under federal nonprofit rules. The report also found other Republican political action committees taking advantage of a Nevada reporting loophole that allows some donors to remain undisclosed until after the June primary. Political watchdogs say the use of dark money in state and local races continues to grow nationwide. Nevada Supreme Court has blocked enforcement of Nevada's parental notification law for minors seeking abortions while a constitutional challenge moves forward. In a ruling issued on Thursday, the court found portions of the 1985 law too vague, including requirements for notifying parents and verifying court approval. The law took effect last year after a long-standing federal injunction lifted following the U.S. Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade. The ruling does not permanently strike down the law, but prevents it from being enforced until the lawsuit is resolved. And the Athletics on the wrong end of a historic offensive outburst Sunday as the New York Yankees rolled to a 13-8 victory. The Yankees scored those 13 runs in one inning, the third, their biggest inning in 21 years, and one of the largest in franchise history. Ben Rice led the attack with 2 runs and a two-run triple, driving in 4 runs during the 43-minute inning. New York sent 18 batters to the plate, collecting 11 hits and 4 walks, at 13 runs, most allowed by the Athletics in a single inning since 1950. The A's mounted a late comeback, highlighted by homers from Brent Rook and Jonah Heim, couldn't overcome the massive deficit. Athletics playing in Sacramento through 2027 before their planned move to Las Vegas and the Strip in 2028. And for Sahara Motors, that's a look at news from White Pine County and the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.